Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. How are we all doing on this lovely morning? Yeah, it's morning here actually, it's not actually night time. I am going to be bringing you something new, something exciting. Basically what it is, I had a world before and it was on PS4, but now because it's on PS5, it's like everything got corrupted and disappeared. So I've decided to actually create an actual new one. So this is actually going to be, there's not actually anything built yet, but it's all going to be like tutorials and builds and all that sort of stuff. So see, there's a rule. I can only play this on this server, well, this world, if I'm actually filming something I'm building. So I can build all the roads offline, that's fine, all that sort of stuff. But I can't actually build buildings until you guys are watching me. So literally, we're going to build this world together. So this is actually going to be really interesting. Don't know why I was like really interesting, but there we go. There, look, there we go. There's my voice. Right, get rid of him. So, right, okay, so we're in the sky. We're going to drop down to the surface. So this is literally where you spawn in on the world. We're in the clouds, and I think this is at ice level. You can't get any higher than this. I think I'm crouched, that's what it is. But, okay, hey. Here we go. Now, as you can see, I've put numbers down and stuff. Arrows and stuff. This is pretty much how big the squares are. So we're right in the middle of the road. And this is pretty much where you're loading. So, right, the arrows and stuff. So this little plot here, because obviously I've done weird little arrows, it's 98 going like basically up and down, and then left to right it's like 97. Don't know how I got to that number, but there we go. And the other one's even worse. That's off. I think that's 98 by something completely different. So yeah, so we've got 97 across there, and we've got 98 across there. But it's always good to be different because obviously different builds. So basically, this is your ground zero. This is where your main point will be. So I'll just put the lights in for the time being, because we're going to keep it daylight for now. We've got a curb, we've got the roads, that's already been put in, it's already been built. That's all ready to go. So we've got our little boxes and everything. Now this actually, well, I started doing it, and as you can see, it's 417 days, believe it or not. I've been on this world. Crazy. And all I've been doing is making roads and paths and boxes. Just so I can build stuff in. I mean, I did start off with a scheme like 1, 2, going out sort of this way sort of thing. Basically, some roads have been made, some roads haven't been made yet. That's just, it's just getting it ready, really. This is what I'm saying, offline sort of thing. When I'm not actually building something, I can repair all the roads and sort the roads out. So I don't think you want to see me actually just making and maintaining roads. So, but you see, I've even put it like a little Georgie carriageway just to like change it out a little bit. So you've got a double sort of road going past some buildings. And then each boxes, they're all different sizes of boxes. They're all different actual builds we're going to do and everything. So on the time we do the builds and that, it's going to be literally, well, come on, and then we'll say, right, we need this much space and everything. So we'll have this box, that box. So we're not even putting things in order. So if we find a build, what we actually quite like, we're not actually just going to sort of go, oh, well, we'll put that one there and that one there and that one there, because they might not be the right sizes. So we might have to look around the map. So that's going to be quite good, because everything will all be in different areas. So you're not just going to get a food court, or you're not just going to get a cinema or a school or a police station or anything like that. You're going to get all different sort of boxes. As you can see, you've got skinny boxes and medium boxes and a bit bigger boxes and humongousy boxes, whatever they are. So we're going to do pretty much everything. But this is where I'm going to need your guys' help now, because what we're going to need to do, I need you to actually suggest me places. Now, I've got a list of my own to start off with. So we're going to build them sort of thing, because we're going to try and recreate the old world I had before. Now, you see, I had an old channel. I've had it for years, actually. And I built stuff 8, 9, 10 years ago and all this sort of stuff on there. And it was for your likes of schools and prisons and police stations and football stadiums or soccer stadiums and shops and all this sort of stuff. And I didn't do too bad, actually. I mean, quite a few of them got a lot of reviews and looks at and all that. And that was pretty cool, really pretty good. But obviously, as time went on and everything, problems with the channel, I uploaded a couple of videos on the one day and everything. And according to the terms of YouTube, I over-excelled myself. So I have to sort of tone it down a bit now, how many videos I uploaded and everything. But what they actually did with that, thank you very much, YouTube. Not that I'm being sarcastic, but I am. They actually got rid of all my builds and everything. I had something like nearly 30 million views on all different sort of like videos and all that sort of stuff. And I had a lot of I had a lot of people view my sort of contents and everything, so it was quite annoying because it's been a lot of years as well. So okay, I've come back to YouTube again now to actually. I mean, I've had this channel for a little bit now, but I've come back to YouTube to actually sort of make all different games and stuff. But the majority of the stuff is going to probably be Minecraft because that's where I built the empire, if you want to call it that, in the first place. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to actually rebuild all them things. So we're going to get hotels, we're going to get schools, we're going to get prisons, police stations, fire stations. We're going to get shops, we're going to get stores, we're going to get hotels, housing. We're going to get football stadiums or stuff like that. And if in sporting stadiums, I like it. Anything you can think of, we're going to build. We're going to build brand stuff and everything. So it's all going to be stuff for brands, Example of some places, maybe from the UK, is Tesco's and Greggs, maybe worldwide and everything. We can have sort of like Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger Kings, and, all stuff like that. We're just, we're gonna do brands and non-brands and everything else. We're just gonna do as many as possible. Some videos might take 10-15 minutes. That's not too bad and everything. That's if it's a small build. Some builds are going to take even longer. Some builds are going to be like an hour or so. I don't want to break them into parts. I want to do everything live. I don't want to do much editing. So literally, what you do is what you see is what you get. So if there's a problem with the actual video, that is what you're going to get. Right? It's going to be literally, we got to this issue. We've got a problem. We'll fix it now. Instead of like post editing, we'll fix it now. So literally, if you're trying to build it at home or have any problems, you're going to run into the same problems. You go, aha. So you're going to be able to fix it instead of like going, well, I can't do that. It's all going to be there. There's only one little thing I'm not going to probably do. If I actually do a building, I'm not going to probably do interior and stuff like that, like design all that. I mean, I'll leave that for you guys to do anything because obviously everybody can build the same buildings and everything and do it in their own ways and different styles. That's fine. But like when it comes to interior and all this sort of stuff, because there'll be so many actual builds I'll be building, I don't want to sort of like take it away. So say for instance I build a building, but on that one day I want to do 3 different buildings. I don't want to sort of do interior as well because instead of making 3 videos, I'll only be concentrated on the one because I'll be doing interior and stuff like that. So that's that problem. But pretty much it'll all be sort of, I mean, the sporting events and everything. I mean, as the year goes by and everything else, there's going to be stuff what goes on in the news or all over the world, or things going to be happening and stuff in real life. So if there's a real life building, what comes into focus and if he's looking at and stuff like that, and I can replicate it, I will try and build it on this world and everything. I mean, you've got film things as well. There's stuff like Stranger Things, like Vecna's house. I really want to give that a go. And you got like Freddy Krueger's house and Jason's house. That's like Halloween stuff and that. Build Christmas trees and all this sort of stuff, But pretty much do it all. There's nothing beyond our limits. The only thing we're going to probably have a problem with is mainly sort of like transport. So we're going to do like the roads and stuff like this, making pools and lakes. We might have a problem with that because the fact is it's sort of a flat world, a very flat world. And if you dig down past the flat world, as we're going to do now, that's the bottom. So if we actually build a river or something like that, it's not got a lot of place to go. But we'll have a look into that and if we have to build up banks or maybe build a mountain at one point in one of the corners or something like that. So it's not completely flat. There's round bits as well and stuff. And maybe possibly, because obviously we've got the mountains. We maybe have some volcano, volcano man, that could be happening. Could do something like that. The only other thing we got is rail, because obviously like the train tracks and stuff like that, and the station, and where we bring it in from, that might be a bit of an issue. But I mean, apart from that, we can build the actual buildings, so it's not just going to be sort of like we're not going to we have the railways just to make it look good and everything, but there won't be actual proper railway station going across the map and all that. Because I mean, can you imagine like going around this map and everything? I mean, we're just on one road now. This is like the outer road. Can you imagine being a railway station somewhere at the back of it? And if you actually look at most towns and cities, they don't actually have the railways in the actual city itself. It's on the outskirts of the city. Well, especially in the UK, you do. I mean, some places like like London, you probably do get in the centre, but a lot of them it's to the side or just out the way because they don't actually bring it right into the centre. So there's something to look at and everything. But as I said, pretty much the rules of this is I cannot come on this world, I cannot play on this world as a build sort of thing, unless I'm actually recording it. So there must be something, for me to actually say, right, you all come now and have a look at this because I'm going to be building this, and this is what I'm going to be doing. So this world will, it'll only be, you will see the progress. Yeah, I mean, as we go, it'll be like you're watching. This is what I'm building, and it won't be sort of like if you're not watching and it's like, oh, I wonder what he's up to, and it's just like, oh, don't worry, I'll come back on. Everything's still the same. I haven't moved on or progressed or anything, without you guys actually watching it, and because it makes you more part of the actual world and all that system. That's pretty cool. Um, the only thing I can do when you guys ain't around, when you're probably asleep or doing other things, is building the roads or maintaining the roads. And that. So if it's sort of like some roads or some bushes I need to do or some trees or something, because that's not actually building sort of thing, that's just sort of like a bit of decorating sort of thing or just tidying things up and everything. That's all that is. So, I think that's fair enough because the worst thing you want me to do is actually just sort of see me pruning on the game or, building a road here and doing this there and everything, because it takes it away from it. It'd be great for chat and everything, and that's another good thing as well. When I'm doing these buildings, everything, please feel free to chat, and everything, and I will try and read and communicate with you guys while I'm trying to build everything. It's going to be a little bit hard when I'm building, trying to concentrate on that, but I will try my best. But also, it'll be great as well if you guys talk between yourselves and give yourselves conversations and chats and ideas, because I will check back on it and have a look at it and see what you've been mentioning and saying. And everybody's going to be nice and friendly, because that's going to be good. So, I'll be able to pick up on that and say, oh, okay, that's a good idea. We'll do a bit of this, we'll do a bit of that. But also as well, I've got another channel sort of thing on the actual YouTubies, and it's Toonie Fleet, and that one is just pure music. So if you're into music, especially like game music and stuff like that, I've got loads of game music on there. I've got stuff about myself, like the name of the channel and all this sort of stuff. But I've also got other tunes as well. So there's probably about 35, well, to this time, I think it's about 35 actual songs on there, all copy free sort of thing, so you can actually play them and listen to them and all this sort of stuff. So obviously I made them, there's no infringements and all this sort of stuff, and yeah, it's just something a little bit different. So apart from having this channel, you've got that channel as well. So apart from Tonight, you've actually also got like Toonie Fleet sort of channel as well. So it is in the description if you want to go check it out and subscribe. I mean, it'd be great if you could subscribe because it's a really new channel. There's only like 9 subscribers. It's terrible. I mean, there's not that actually many channels on this one actually. I mean, considering I've gone from 2K to literally nothing. Oh my god. But I suppose it's a good thing. You've got to start building and work your way up and do stuff like that. And we'll just see how far we can grow this channel. And it's literally, we're going to be growing this channel together. It's not just going to be me or my friends or anything like that. It's going to be us as a community. So you're going to be much part of it as well. Now, the rules of comparing to people building this world or doing stuff in this world, there will be an option of that, but it is going to be a mainly build sort of tutorial world in that sense. So literally people can come into the actual game, I suppose, probably get a box on the outskirts or do something on their own. But obviously that won't be in a sort of tutorial way. That'll just be their build in this world. So they'll get an idea. What idea you'll get? I don't know. I want to build, just guess on some things, an orchard or something, or a farm or whatever it is. So they'll get allocated a piece of land and everything, and they'll be allowed to go and do their thing on that particular piece. Nowhere else, just on that piece. Just so it doesn't confuse things with the game and everything. And the same rules apply for them. They're allowed to come in when it's actually streaming. The only problem about it is because obviously the concentration, if they won't be able to talk or anything, so they'll just be left to get on with their own thing. So it'll only be really, really trustful people. I know you'll be able to come in and build stuff. So that might be a surprise for you as well, because obviously while I'm doing my thing, we can check in on them at some point, and you'll be able to see what delightful things they've built for everybody. But yeah, pretty much this is it really at the moment. This is what I've got to. I mean, this side doesn't look as big as the other sides because there's the main points over there. I think we've only got like 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 boxes over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, but it goes for a bit further. So I might have to extend this road out here because we're going from the centre now, so this side's a bit short on boxes. So if we actually go over to the far side, we can't even see the box anymore. Where is it here? Oh, there we go. So where's it? That's that. So it's 1, 2, 3. So we're looking. This has got to come right out here because there's just so many. You see on the other points. I don't actually think I've done many boxes on these two sides. Because if you look at the mass sort of quantity over there, I've lost it. One. I've lost it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? And 3, 4, 2. There we go. Right. Okay. So if you look at this side here, there's a lot more bin boxes being put down. Yeah. So technically that side and that side, there's not many boxes being put down. Look at that. So yeah, so pretty much there you go. So welcome to the new world. I don't actually know what the name is. I can't even remember what I called the last world when I was building it and building the things. Now these boxes here, I'm thinking this spawn site as well. I don't actually know what to put in there because I don't want you spawning on a building or something. So maybe a lovely park area or something. That'll be right in the centre there. So maybe that's a good place to actually spawn in to actually have a look for anybody who actually joins in the future and everything. Because obviously I'll just spawn in wherever I am. And as I said, it's took me 417 days at this point just to get to this point in that sense. Because I can't believe how long this actually takes to actually build a road. Now, it's not anything basic. I mean, you know, I will give you a demonstration of a road. So here we are with the road. All we're actually doing is we're going 5 across. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it is. So that's your road. Now, some people might say that's a bit small or something like that, but that's the road. So this is pretty much your car coming up this way. We're going to have probably some lines in the middle to say, well, keep on your own side, so don't get smashing in. I know they're only small roads, so pretty much like that's this way, and that's your coming this way. The lines will go in there eventually. I just blank it off for now, and then to the side of it we'll have a path. So this is a little bit of a pavement. So what we'll do, we dig that out and everything. Even though you can't actually see them afterwards, it's just you know, if you're going to do a job, you do it properly. You know, don't just do a half a job. So we'll put in the pathway, or the foundations of a pathway. And then on top of the pathway, we'll put like literally the path itself, or the pavement. Or if you're from America, the sidewalk. Yeah. I don't know any places what they call it. Yeah, so pretty much. There you go. So that's a hole. Nice. So there's your road, and then obviously this is your thing, and then whatever's going to be built will be built on this particular bit of land there. So that's technically the idea. On some parts of it, I need to find where I put it now. As I said, I've tried to make sort of like, you know, change it up a little bit. So as it all goes quieter. Sorry about the deep voice there. For some reason I've got a really sore throat. I don't know what's going on with that. People keep telling me, you must drink more water. So maybe I need to drink more water. Right, where are we? Where's this road gone? There it is, there it is. I got really excited about building this, and I got really not excited about building this because it was taking ages to build. So, right, so we just said about the 5. So we have the 5 on the other side. So here's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, as you can see. Don't worry about making mistakes. It's all part of the plan. So this one, as you can probably see, it'll probably be like a single road. So you've got the line in the middle for the two cars, but you probably get the two cars next to each other. So it's a double road. And it'll be like, well, I can do a double road easy because that's a double road going downwards as well. So it's a bit like a George carriageway. So the road's actually bigger. And it just makes it look a bit more different because, you know, we've got the singular roads here, there and everywhere. Well, it's quite nice going round in like blocks and stuff like that. But I thought we'll just add a bit more to it. But we don't want these roads to go everywhere and take up all the places. So we've got I think they call them an internal road. So we've got the internal road, but then we take them back down to a single road afterwards. So just to get a bit more character, a bit more different. Now, when I initially first started doing this, I got to level 7. This is number 7. So that's 8, 9. So they're pretty much new ones, they are. And if you look at the boxes, there's quite a few big boxes. These are something like about 100 to 50 or 80 by 50 wide or something like that. So they are quite massive boxes. So a lot of big builds will be appearing on these. And the little builds will be going further in. Now, there is sort of like these little narrow roady things. I think I'm just going to go with trees in them sort of thing. Because you can't exactly build a lot in them. I mean, it's like these ones coming down here now when we get into 2. We can do a few things with them, but it's gonna be limited. And then obviously the worse ones are going to be like these sort of ones. I mean, maybe we could get Burger King or McDonald's in here, but it's going to be really small and tight. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to work it out. And pretty much a lot of the builds I'll be building, they're all going to be from like memory, I suppose, or pictures. Because I don't like copying other people. I like to do my own thing. I like to do different, in different styles, and I think that's better if people did their own things. So I'll probably go on the day of whenever I'm going to build. I think, right, I need to build whatever it is, and I'll Google it. So I'll find pictures and that. And I'll try and find as many pictures of the same building, so it's pretty much exactly identical. It's like say like the Stranger Things, the Creel House, when I actually do that and everything. I know it's in the TV show, and it'll be really hard to start and getting pictures and all that sort of stuff. And I think there's pictures on the internet of the actual original house, so I'm going to actually have a look at it because they've changed the colour of it now. So when I'm building something like that, I'll try and get the 3D effect of the actual building. There's other builds like Home Alone house and all this sort of stuff and everything. Now, obviously, there's loads of pictures on that on the internet, so I'm going to copy that and everything, or just try and do my best, or try and do my own replica of that sort of thing. But yeah, pretty much that's how it's actually going to work. It's actually going to work from me literally looking at a picture and copying that picture, or trying to do my best. And not all colours and decorations might be identical, so you might need a particular sort of brickwork, and I mean, we've only got one brickwork in Minecraft, so instead of being like an orangey sort of red, it might just be a red. It's just how it works, I suppose. But pretty much that's what we're going to do, and that's how it's going to work. But I thought I'd just come on here and just show you like a before the scene sort of thing, like before I actually do anything, or start doing things. Because I want this to be like a progress thing. I mean, overall, hopefully, we've got something like by Christmas or by the end of the year, maybe 100 buildings on here or something. Maybe. I mean, that'd be quite nice to have 100. Maybe more, maybe less. We don't know. We don't know the world. We don't know how the days are going to be. We know how the world's going to be, but we don't know how the days are going to be. So we're just going to pick them off and everything. And if it's something you're going to be liking and everything, then put it in your diary, and obviously the subscribe button, because there's going to be more coming. So, be obviously ready to be, notified that it's here. And I want to try and build a community based on it. I want it to be more basic community and stuff. And they're pretty much going to be a lot of live, I mean, pre-records, they're okay, but yeah, you do them and then you post them, and I'd rather have people coming in and having a look and being excited that way with the lives and stuff. The shorts and everything, I'll try and do some shorts and everything. But on Minecraft, you can't really get many shorts. I mean, I've got a few shorts with like things blown up and everything, 5 seconds, but they're not the best really. So I'll save that for other games, but the main game will probably be this. I mean, I'm still going to do the 7 Days to Die series and the Blood Moon Nights and that sort of thing. Obviously, GTA is coming out at the end of the year, so there might be a little bit of that on the end of the year. But pretty much, it's going to be like the buildy games. I mean, I've got Roadcraft, that's pretty good, and that's going to be. I'll do a few more things on that sort of stuff. I mean, I might even start the game again and just to show people how to do things, because I've nearly completed it all now and everything. So I'd rather have audience participation to make it more better, make it feel better. So I might give that a crack as well. But as I said, mainly it's going to be Minecraft. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it and come and join in for the ride and be excited about it. And as I said, grow the community. It's more about you sort of stuff. I mean, I'm doing this because it's fun now. I'm enjoying it and everything. But as soon as you guys start taking part or coming on board with this sort of thing, I'm going to enjoy it more, because obviously it's nice to have you people around watching what I'm doing. And it just gives you that bit of satisfaction to say you're doing a good job because people are here watching you. So there's that. But really, apart from that, really, that's it for this video. I mean, I've showed you what's going to be happening and that, so you're in the picture. I've told you the rules. The rules is I must build when I'm on video, not when I'm offline. That's not allowed. Other people, that's different, but I'm not allowed. I have to build everything on sort of camera. So that's the only rule. I mean, apart from that, really, I can do the roads and the decoration. That's fine. So we've ticked them boxes. But literally build the community, you guys talking in the chat and coming up with ideas and everything else and suggestions and that. And really subscribing and liking and doing all that, because it helps the algorithm so people know what's going on and this is here. And the only thing I could say, the ambition or the goal for this year is I got 2,000-ish sort of subscribers in all them years and everything. And that'd be nice to actually get that this year, at the end of this year. So hopefully we can get to that level and build to that level. And yeah, let's just see where it goes at the end of the year. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, turn notifications, do all that sort of stuff. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And it's only been 27 minutes. How cool is that? But no, thank you all for watching. And I will probably see you now when we do a build. That'll be quite nice. So, okay, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.